Process for creating this piece had several steps. I used a kiln to fire the glass to get it to fuse and to cast, and it took several steps to create different pieces that I would then break up and then recombine with more glass until I got something like this shape right here. And the final time I had a large mold, the small mold inside of it weighed down, and then I placed the glass around it. And then I fired that, and as the glass heated up, it pushed that small mold up just a little bit so that it seeped under that mold, and that caused the glass to recede from the edge to create this fractal-like pattern there. And after that firing, that small mold was stuck in the glass, and I had to use a hammer and a chisel to get it out. And then I refired the glass to get all the stress out of the glass from that process. And so that's basically how I made it. Well, you see this piece has an iris-like quality, but I recognize that not everyone who looks in the mirror sees an iris like that. This iris you would associate with perhaps Caucasians. And how it fits in is that when we go into our modes of deep introspection, I think we have to recognize that our concept of ourself is defined in relation to others. And so that's where the other comes in. So who we think we are is actually an amalgam of who we are in relation to everybody else. What we think of ourselves is in relation to the construct of society that we find ourselves in. And so obviously, in the United States, this is a Caucasian construct, if you will. And so you may not see a blue or a green iris when you look in the mirror. But what we do see when we look inside ourselves is ourselves in relation to everyone else. And so our very self-definition really depends on what's around us. And the challenge is to come to peace with what we find in ourselves and finding a way to relate to what's around us in a way that isn't invasive to ourselves. Where we still get to be ourselves, but we recognize the influence of the world on us as we go through life.